A new dawn at Old Trafford, Amorim's arrival. Manchester United, a club steeped in history and accustomed to success, found themselves at a crossroads. The post-Ferguson era had been a turbulent one, marked by a carousel of managers and a distinct lack of on-field identity. Enter Ruben Amorim, a young Portuguese manager who had taken the footballing world by storm. His appointment, met with cautious optimism, promised a new era of attacking football and a return to the glory days. Amorim's arrival brought with it a palpable buzz around Old Trafford. Fans were eager to witness the brand of football that had brought him success in Portugal. The board, desperate for stability, had placed their faith in the young manager, hoping he was the solution to their long-standing problems. The early days were filled with hope and anticipation, a sense that maybe, just maybe, Manchester United had found their man. However, the honeymoon period would prove to be short-lived. Reality bites, the chasm between hope and performance. The initial optimism surrounding Amorim's appointment at Manchester United slowly began to dissipate as results on the pitch failed to materialise. United were a shadow of their former selves, lacking the cutting edge and defensive solidity that had defined their glory years. The Premier League table made for grim reading, with the Red Devils languishing in mid-table, a far cry from the title challenge many had predicted. Amorim's tactical approach, so effective in Portugal, seemed to falter in the face of the Premier League's intensity. The high defensive line, a hallmark of his Sporting CP side, was ruthlessly exploited by the pace and directness of opposition attacks. The midfield, often overrun and lacking creativity, struggled to provide the necessary link between defence and attack. The Portuguese manager, used to dictating play and controlling games, found himself constantly reacting to the opposition. His team, once characterised by its fluidity and attacking verve, now appeared predictable and devoid of ideas. The pressure began to mount, both on Amorim and his players, as the gap between expectation and reality widened with each passing game. Tactical mishaps, a system out of sync. United's struggles stem from a disconnect between tactics and the players. The squad, lacking a coherent identity, seemed ill-suited to the style. Players looked uncomfortable in possession, often surrendering the ball. The defence continued to leak goals at an alarming rate. The high line exposed the lack of pace and awareness. The midfield failed to exert control, leaving United vulnerable. The tactical blueprint was failing to translate to the English game. The growing disconnect within the Manchester United dressing room. As results disappointed, whispers of discontent emerged from the United dressing room. Senior players questioned tactical decisions and training methods. The meticulous attention to detail clashed with players lacking the same hunger. The disconnect was evident in the lack of cohesion on the pitch. United's performances lacked the intensity and spirit that once defined the club. Players went missing in key moments, and the will to win evaporated. Direct communication did little to endear the manager to the players. Insistence on philosophy met resistance from players who felt ignored. The dressing room became increasingly fractured, undermining hopes of a turnaround.